This is no typical gloom. Need to stay alert.
Are you the true soul? I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. The shadows have eyes. Go on. Stick about. A torch will keep you safe. More or less. I'll keep an eye for other true souls, and then head to camp. Can't get out of here fast enough.
Shadow curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do. Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah. A temple, perhaps.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it. It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you. You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude. Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
Never seen such a concentration of shadow magic. We must forge on, but carefully. It will corrupt any who lack the power to control it. It is the very antithesis of all the Weave stands for. A magic of confusion and corruption, drawn forth only by those desperate or damned enough to accept its degradations. Followers of Mystra, those who call on the true Weave, are expressly forbidden to indulge it. Mystra's domain is the weave and the magic that courses through it. These shadows were drawn from another source, created by another goddess. Shah. Mystra cannot destroy it even if she wishes to, but she can try to ensure her followers resist its temptations. Now, I think it's time we moved on to lighter subjects, for we too are lost to the darkness. Was there anything else?
It feels like we're being watched. Hunted, even. But there's nothing out there. Only more darkness. I much prefer it when I'm the one prowling in the shadows. About to strike. Sorry, did you want something? Or just looking for a distraction?
This place. There's a power in these shadows, I can sense it. It's ancient. Familiar.
Do you feel that? I've never felt so cold, and that's me. This place will swallow us whole if we let it. Stick close to Mama Kay.
Yes! We need to go find Damon. I'm going to get a hug. Soon!
Hold close to the light and keep the shadows at bay.
I sought to reach a Githyanki creche and be rid of these tadpoles. Now we stalk forgotten lands haunted by darkness.
Your name? I take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or how about the Master of the Weave?
Tempting, but I think we might already have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
Stay together. Keep to the light. Stop! Who's there? It'll be you unless you show yourself. Come out, slowly. Jonas, move in! Jonas! Jonas!
I'm here! Where are you?
Jonas? Can you see our torches?
I can't see anything! Something's wrong.
Follow my voice. Come back to the light.
Who's there? Meg? Is that?
Jonas?
There you are. Come. Join me.
Jonas. Harpers, you heard the woman. To arms! Done. Now we've got to move. I know a safe place. Give me your map. Keep your torch high. If you step into the shadows, you'll be felled in a heartbeat. That's right. Protected by magic.
Only spot in the region that's not been swallowed up by this damn curse. Light will save you here on the outskirts, but a few paces deeper you're screwed. If you want to catch your breath, the inn's the only place to do it. Hope to see you there. Harpers, move out!
It's quite thrilling to fight off such grim creatures as this region throws at us. Especially being at your side. I, once read a book that explained in some detail the effect a brush with danger has on one's desire for, other forms of stimulation. Have you ever read anything on that subject? I can't imagine anywhere that could turn my heart from you, cursed or otherwise. You'd always be as beautiful and as impressive. Perhaps it's just the thrill of our near-undead experience talking. Standing at your side through such darkness and disrepair. It only makes me want you more. Unfortunately, this is neither the time nor the place to indulge such feelings, so we must be patient and push all such thoughts aside. For now. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
Hey, boy. You want the bone? Fetch! Ah! Hell, I near stained myself. Just seeing if this shadow curse is as bad as they say. Word is, it eats anyone gets too deep into the dark. I take it you're the true soul we're waiting on? Needs passage to Moonrise? Don't worry, boss, you're in good hands. We've got a guide. Talk to Kansif inside. He'll run through it. Wait, you're joking, yeah? But we're ready to go. You just need to tell Kansif inside. So you want me to... I mean, I'll just go and, No! No! I don't know your smell. Are you a friend? He did? Then I must have been bad. They beat me because I am weak. Because I am soft. Even though I try my best. But the Goblin said I must stay here, or they'll cut me, kill me. I'm scared. But I don't want them to hurt me anymore. Maybe I should go. Thank you. Goodbye, new friend.
True soul. An honor. Did you bring the lyre? Of course. We await your pleasure.
But sooner's better, yeah?
Where lies your guilt?
The waning moon.
And I have met few who stand so tall and fearless in the face of the unknown. Be on your way, brave soul. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us. The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice? Forgive me. It has been some time since I spoke to another. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence. Promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her. And to this day, her victims lie unavenged. I have no heart. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes. My reasons are of no consequence. Your soul sparks with justice, with fortitude. This is your chance to bring a murderer to justice, to avenge her victims. Will you take it? I thank you, as do those who died by her words. Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
Everyone hates you. You think the creatures of the realm owe you something just because you never shut up. They whisper about you, you know. Call you stupid and ignorant. They wish you were dead.
This one is a murderer who walks free. She deserves to be punished. Or will you deny her victims peace? I seek a record of this one's crimes. A ledger written in her own hand. With it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial. The joy of bringing suffering to the unpunished. Her victims deserve closure, and the ledger is key.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy. She's with me.
Come. Jahira!
Nervous? I've an inkling you've reason to be. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Stop! What's you doing? She's the one who saved us!
She's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved 2 of my friends. One from a harpy, and one from a mad druid with a snake. Didn't make a fuss of our thieving either. I'd pretty much trust her with my life.
A true soul with a mind of her own? How is that possible? You sound so confident for someone who's so wrong. Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand why you, the enigma that you are, suddenly crossed our path. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here? Then you found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Gods! I never thought I'd be so relieved to find a light in the darkness. Or to see so many harpers clanking about.
At last, we find a beacon of light amongst the darkness, and not a moment too soon. I'm quite ready for some respite.
The cheeriest of inns, this place. But I suppose the mortal peril lurking just past the firelight is liable to put a dampener on the mood. Rings a bell? Why? Oh, hells. You didn't pick that by hand, did you? They're deadly poisonous. Joking. They're safe. And beautiful. Thank you. I don't have anything to give you in return, I'm afraid. Well, perhaps I can come up with something later, all the same.
That's close enough. You ain't no harper and you ain't no fist. Don't need the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
You got a name? Move along, goddammit. Bloody freaks everywhere.
I was joking this morning. Jonas, I mean. If you hadn't been there, sorry, I don't think I can talk right now. Please, I just want to be alone. Gone? Cultists. It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up. Cut us up. said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Tanis, Martin Dor, Roshan. Everything. I just wish I could have said goodbye. Do you really think so? By the gods, I hope you're right. I wish I hadn't let go of him. It's hard to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me.
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need? I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like? I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday. She always says the stuff I like is junk. I'm gonna make a killing on this. You'll see. What about it? This is a valuable piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. And that is The price isn't changing. Are you serious? Thanks so much! I've got to tell Mole.
You'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Cerys, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one. Aye, and more than half the others with him. We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse. This army of the Absolute is growing and flowing towards Moonrise. There's worse than goblins on the roads now. I thought we might pass unnoticed along the fringes of this place. Escape the owlbear by hiding in its shadow, so to speak. You can see exactly how well that went. Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. Honestly, terribly. I still can't believe it. The cultists, the screams. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leah were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well. None of us are, to be honest. How do you do it? How do you keep going? You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did. Cute. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans. If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened. They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
This is about Roland. Go away! Sorry. Roland snapped too, and I didn't like it. Right! He went through 3 bottles before I told him to stop. It was for his own good. He can barely stand up straight. Yeah. He did save us, after all. Anyway, it's his loss. I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows. It's for Roland. Guess you can have it then. I don't care. Anyway, I'm sick of talking. You can go now. Bye-bye.
I tried telling Mr. Roland that he'd had enough too. He didn't like it then either.
Don't need your help, and I don't need your pity. Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken. They're my responsibility.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me. I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage. No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it.
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Mole. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
How's that for Calamsham rules?
Brava! Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm. To play the game, the vast lance board of souls. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved infernal runes into my back. They're a fragment of a contract. I'd like to know what the full contract says.
Oh, such impatience. It's something very important to your master, but is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details, but of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it, and get back to you.
You'll get back to me? This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
Ah! You found your way. Good. I haven't forgotten. And as it happens, I was making something to help you on your way. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others. In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the The brilliant retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the deep gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren. They didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. Taken against their will by those cultists. If I ever get my hands on one of them... well... with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part, according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The brilliant retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it. Let's not ruin the surprise, hmm? You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
I say hiss!
Your years of hunting and tracking have taught you to recognize a territorial animal when you see it.
I'll allow it. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Yes. I slinked, of course.
Flame colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art colour? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir? You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even, who'll want to be seeing you. No, not till I met Art, anyway. It seems to be all he remembers. This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. Thank you.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
We believe the cultists have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. I don't suppose you found a way in. I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them. Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives. Except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
This place is awesome! There's so much stuff! Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me could make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you. You aren't joking. I kind of believe him more now than I did a minute ago. Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am. He said he could get me and my gang to Baldur's Gate. I reckon he can do it too. Don't care what your law says. And also, when we get there, I'd be head of the Thieves' Guild. Easy for you to say. You can do what you want, go where you want. My kids need protecting, and I'm gonna protect them. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours.
Playtime's over, pet.
Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil, and a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers, and you're getting them out. I'd start caring. And quick, sunshine. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse abeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash? Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand? Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse? I never forget what Will did. Not ever. I'm here because of him. And I'd do just about anything to help him. But devils never lose. You know that, right? Sure, they'll give you a bit of tat here and there. But the house always wins.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow.
Mizora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue.
Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. Can already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this. Not just rot. I'd have to fight. One of those mindless blobs clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Then we know our mission. All roads converge at moonrise. I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a Goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat, as upstanding as the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him. They want violence, they want control, they want Baldur's Gate. Who better than Grand Duke Ravengard to surrender it? Who better than the commander of the Flaming Fist to dismantle its defenses? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become its ruin, unless we put a stop to it. We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. He wants more than her loyalty. He wants her soul. She's stubborn, yes. Bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But as ambitious as she is, Mole's no fool. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away. Then Raphael collects another trophy, and Mole sells her independence to the Hells. You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Mole would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition. Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads? Gods! Try to think outside the box just a little. Consider the parasites in our skulls, and think how many others have the mind flayers infected. Hundreds. Thousands. And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe and liberate the world from this evil. So much for thinking you had ambition. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
Wish to speak? He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here. And getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the grove. Not everyone would have helped.
The hurt runs deeper than he's willing to show you.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Beneath the resilient veneer, a touch of fragility. He needs comfort.
It's been a very long time since someone did that. For me. Time works differently here. It's hard to explain. Sometimes I can barely even remember what it was like before. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. Of course not. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through. In any case, the Absolute knows you carry me with you now. It wants to retrieve me. I am the only one who can resist the Absolute's influence. Hence its fear of me. Its desperation. Unfortunately, that also means it is dedicating more and more resources to my retrieval. The task ahead is monumental. But we're all that stands between victory for the Absolute and freedom for all. This is not just about you and I anymore. It has become far bigger than us. You must infiltrate Moonrise Towers, discover the secrets of the Absolute, and put an end to it. So we can finally be free. Now I must rest. And you must carry on. Do not let my efforts be in vain.